Guess who got restocked from Hasbro? Welcome back, everybody, to Batkerm the Unknown. I'm your host, Batkerm, and today we have two awesome Power Ranger figures. We have the green Psycho Ranger, and we have the pink Ranger Slayer. Now, as I understand, these two incarnations of these figures were only in the Boom Studios comic book, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I read that full run. It was phenomenal, or more phenomenal, and it was really cool. Ranger Slayer went on to be in Battle for the Grid, the game that you can play on Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation 4. I don't believe that the green Psycho Ranger was ever added into that. I believe he had maybe a 1 or 2 issue story arc in the comics, but that was it. There were 5 Psycho Rangers, and green was never in Power Rangers in Space. Later on, the pink Psycho Ranger was in Lost Galaxy, but this Psycho Ranger was never seen on camera. There was, however, a silver Psycho Ranger, but it was actually Zane, the Silver Ranger, in disguise. Watch Power Rangers in Space for more on that. But today, these have been restocked on HasbroPulse.com. So don't pay those scalper prices. Don't pay those eBay prices just yet. Go out to HasbroPulse.com and pick up these two figures along with any other figures that you may be missing. Not sponsored or anything, but hey, if you want to pick up some awesome figures, pick them up now. So without further ado, let's start opening up these figures and take a look at them. I have not opened any of the Lightning Saga figures yet. I have some still in the box on my wall, but I am very excited to open these guys. So let's go ahead and open them up. All right, guys. So here is the green Psycho Ranger. So, and again, down here it says the Power Rangers Lightning Collection in Space Psycho Green Ranger. So he looks awesome. There's kind of the face kind of going over to the side. Here he is on the back. Some legalese, 0 to 3 sad babies. And here's the other side of the face. Here's the bottom. Here's the top. No real window light, but let's go ahead and open them up and see what we got. All right, guys, so here he is out of the packaging, and I'm very impressed. I haven't opened many Lightning Collection figures for Power Rangers, and I don't know why, because these are phenomenal, more phenomenal. And the articulation of this guy is really, really good. He's got a lot of movement. He comes with 2 additional hands, one right hand clenched, and he's got those little knuckle things right there. And then it looks like he's got a left hand open left hand. Or I'm sorry, that's an open right hand. I can tell from my left and my right. Jeez. But yeah, he also comes with a right hand that has necroplasm or some sort of lightning to go with the Lightning Collection. And also he has an open left hand, and he's got his Psycho Dagger right here, which looks really cool. Good level of detail on that. And it also comes with this little effect as well. So that'll go well with the lightning that he already has on his hand. And it looks like the sword just slides in there. Psycho Dagger. Yeah, just slides right in there like that. So let's go ahead and see if I can stand him up with all this. All right, so here he is standing up, and he looks really good. The color on him really, really pops. I'm really impressed with that. It was a little difficult to get his hand to hold his little Psycho Dagger, but he looks really good. It looks like there's a little bit of a paint mess up there on his mask, but that's just a little chip. He's got some good texturing on him, but overall, it's a really cool figure, and I'm glad I got to add him to the collection. All right, so he looks good. Let's go ahead and open up the Ranger Slayer. All right, and here's the Ranger Slayer in box, Mighty Morphin Ranger Slayer. So she looks awesome. She looks like she's got a whole lot of accessories. It looks like her blaster is even black. I've read the comic, but I've only looked at the comic book character, and it's been a while since I've read the comic. My box did come with a little bit of an indentation right there. So in-box collectors, I feel for you guys. Be careful. And Hasbro, you got to do a better job shipping these. A little bit disappointed, but it's all right because we're going to open her up. All right, and here she is out of the packaging. And look at this. I didn't even realize she had an asymmetrical design. The detail on this one is really good. There's a lot of good pops. Going to hold that position really well, it seems like. Yeah, I never noticed that, how she's got a lot more armor on this side than this side. It makes sense for an archer, but yeah.
And I don't remember, I thought these, like the tips of the original Pink Ranger would kind of loop around to the back of the helmet. So even her helmet's different. She was very tough to get out of the packaging, so I was worried that I was going to break her, but I had to separate her from the cape just to kind of get her out. And let's look at that. It looks like the chest piece has a different color than the rest of the arms and the legs. You can't really tell on the front, but on the back, it looks like there's a clear different color. But again, with the comic book, it was supposed to be like, you know, dimension jumping, so she's going to be dirty and grimy, so it's not the end of the world, but just something to be aware of. Here's that bow that I was talking about. This looks like the sword that Tommy Oliver had when he was the evil Green Ranger. That looks really, really cool. It looks like she can fire 3 arrows at once. She has a nice bow effect, it looks like, so she can, this is like an arrow that she can be shooting. She comes with 2 additional hands. So it looks like this is a flat right hand right there. And then looks like that's a fist for a left hand. Yeah, she doesn't have the knuckles like the Ranger Slayer. And I think one of the coolest aspects of this is she's got a black blaster, Dino Blaster, which is pretty cool. Doesn't move and there's no other version for it, but it can just tuck right on the side here in case she runs out of bows and can go to that. But all right, let's get her in some awesome poses and see how she looks. And there she is, the Ranger Slayer herself. Now, she looks really good. I really enjoy the 3 arrows right there. I tried I think it's a pink energy arrow or pink energy effect arrow, and it's a little bent. I probably have to heat it up to kind of get it to stay on there. But there are clips underneath the bow that actually I thought were supposed to hold it, but they don't. But this looks very dynamic. It looks good. Just everything about this pose looks a little bit more natural. And, you know, we can kind of adjust it here and there when she's on display. But compared to the other one, I feel like she was just going to fall over. With this, she's got a better stance. She's got... she's able to grab the back of the bows or the back of the arrows, and it looks really good. I think we're going to rock this one instead. You could do that or like a martial arts stance, but I really like her holding this weapon because it's very unique. If you can see, I really like that. I'm definitely going to display her like this.
All right, guys, so what do you think? These figures were a lot more fun to display than I thought they were going to be, except for the Ranger Slayer. I was disappointed. I really thought I'd be able to kind of use her effects, and I like these little effects that the Psycho Ranger comes with. I was hoping the Ranger Slayer would have a little bit easier time, but with the bow that she has, I think the 3 arrows fit better. They snap on. There's like a nice clip underneath the bow, holds them properly. And it's almost like a 3-point grasp. And I think it gives a figure a little bit more balance and stability like that. So I think that's how I'm going to display her. Green Psycho Ranger is phenomenal. If you guys can get more phenomenal, if you guys can get a hold of him, definitely do. And I know I didn't talk about it, but this is like molded plastic. So this moves with him. And now he's going to fall over, of course. But these guys were definite buys. So if you guys get the chance, at the filming of this video, they are still available on Hasbro Pulse. So slide over there, pick yourself up a Green Psycho Ranger or a Ranger Slayer. Read the comic book from Boom Studios, and definitely play Shattered Grid, or Battle for the Grid, I'm sorry, for Xbox, PlayStation, or Switch, okay? Next, you know what? Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the comic book from Boom Studios. That's going to be my recommendation because that kind of blew up and brought me back to Power Rangers. It starts off and kind of fills in the gaps in between episodes where Tommy is still the Green Ranger, and it gets really, really good. And they introduce Lord Draken, and he is actually the one that creates the Ranger Slayer. So if you don't know who Lord Draken is, he's also in Battle for the Grid, but his storyline is amazing. Go read that comic book. Support your local comic shop. Go out and get those trade paperbacks or hard copies of that right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Wash your damn hands. I'm Back Kerm, and I'll see you in the next one. Back Kerm out.